Hey Bible lovers, I'm Tim Nichols and I'm here to bring you your Nichols Worth, and today we're going to talk about one of the most amazing Bibles you can buy for under $10. If you get this thing at the right place, you can get it for under $8. But that is the NLT Church Bible. And I'm actually going to show you several economy Bibles that you can get for well under $10 from Tyndale in the NLT. But the reason I love this one is it has this really nice cloth overboard cover. Nice deep stamped in Holy Bible New Living Translation on the cover with a nice cross, and it has some really nice spine work. But this is a very well done Bible with a sewn binding. And when you get to the liner, this is going to be a paper liner, but you can see it's been reinforced a little bit with some bookbinder's tape. And then when you get into the layout, this is where this is really nice. It's a little bit tight and the paper is a little bit thin, but it does, by all appearances, seem to be line matched. It's an 8.5 point font. The text does sneak a bit in the gutter, but because this is a hardback, once you get that to lay flat, you can see there's some space there that is really nice. This is quite the layout for quite the price. I was really impressed by this, especially with it being a sewn binding. You could actually, technically, if you love this Bible, go ahead and get it rebound. And again, under $8 if you go to the right places. It's got some references in the corner. Those are not super useful because, number one, they're hard to use, but they're also very small. If you struggle with an 8.5 point font, then you're certainly going to struggle with whatever size font that is. It looks like maybe half of that, maybe like a 5 point font. But when you get to the poetic settings, let's go ahead and take a look and see how they look. This is going to look like poetry, and you're going to see that ghosting is going to be a little more significant in this one because this paper is thin. But what this does is this gives you a nice personal size Bible in a thin line option with a bordering on large print font. 8.5 point font is close to large print with your references and notes in the corner. So you really get a lot offered to you in this layout for a small price. Now, when you get to the New Testament, words of Christ are going to be in black, and I like that. I like consistency in the print, and sometimes red letters can be very difficult to keep consistent. So I was very happy to see this with a black letter text. And one thing I don't like about this is, although it appears right here that they start on a new page, that's simply because of limited space there. They do start some books in the middle of the page. For example, the Gospel of John, you will see, and this is something you see in like Pit Minions and several Bibles where they're trying to conserve space, but it starts in the middle of the page. I would really like to have seen them go ahead and pull that out to the next page. But again, you're talking about a Bible that's personal sized, very thin, and well under $10. So once we get to the back, when you get to the end of the book of Revelation, there's no concordance, no maps. That's just the end. Also, this one is not filament enabled, so if you want that filament option, that's not going to be available. A few more. A couple of gift Bibles. These are going to be even less expensive than this, but as you can see, they're very cheaply made. This is cardboardy cover, and it's very thin. You can hear it creaking and cracking. You're also going to suffer with this layout. It's not going to want to lay flat at all. So if you're wanting to save some money and just give out a gift to someone, you don't know if they're committed to the Bible or not, but you only want to spend about $5, this is a really good option as a gift. These will be nice little outreach Bibles to give away because the font is decent size and the layout is decent. And it does have some limited references notes on the bottom. And then when you get to the back, it's actually going to have a concordance dictionary. So it's going to have a little extras here and there, a couple maps. So a really decent gift Bible, and even paperback if you want to move to a paperback. Now these are going to have a glued binding, and my perception tells me this is a glued binding. Matter of fact, I'm certain that's a glued binding. So just know that with this. And then with the paperbacks, you're going to see that same kind of tight layout. And this paper is going to be very different than Bible paper. This is that book paper that has a tendency to get kind of fragile, that it can break over the years and kind of yellows. But you know, if you're looking for Bibles just to give away at outreaches, all of these are fantastic options with their paperbacks. These two are just regular prints, and then this one is more of a large print. It's got a little bit of a larger footprint, and you can see this one has references and notes on the bottom, so this is actually a pretty decent one, and this is one I'd recommend the most out of the paperback options. And then when you get to the back, there is no concordance, no extras. So here's the two I recommend the most if you're going to be giving them away. I would recommend this NLT Church Bible. This thing is amazing. It's got a sewn binding. It's got some of the extras. Both of these have your references and notes in the corner. This one is just nicer to me, and for the price, to just save a couple of bucks, I think I'd go ahead and spend a couple extra dollars and use this for giveaway. You can buy all of these in bulk and save some money, but if you're looking for a Bible for yourself for under 10 bucks, I cannot recommend one any higher than I recommend the NLT Church Bible. God bless you. Keep calm. Jesus on. This is your Nicholsworth.